There are moments when I find myself quietly thinking, I'm really glad I'm in Japan. One of those moments is in the morning. It's that hour when a city hasn't fully woken up yet. The automatic doors of convenience stores open and close with a strange enthusiasm, while people in suits silently buy their coffee. No one is talking, and yet somehow everyone is properly participating in society. It's quiet, a little tense, slightly constrained, and yet mysteriously everything feels in order. And in the kind of air, breakfast tastes exceptional. The steam rising from freshly cooked rice, the gentle aroma of a miso soup, the just light saltiness of grilled fish. No one knows who decided what just right means in Japan, but somehow it almost never misses. It doesn't try too hard, yet it satisfies completely. That understand that the perfection feels, in a way, very Japanese. With each bite, it seeps gently, softly, kindly into your body. It isn't flashy, but it is a proper, and I think Japanese people find comfort in that sense of properness, even as they may also feel quietly bounded by it. When turned on the TV, the world appears. Tension between the United States and Iran, conflict surrounding Israel, the war between Russia and Ukraine. They should feel like distant stories, but somehow they don't. Words like missiles, rockets, sanctions, retaliations, heavy words sit awkwardly at the breakfast table. And yet, right in front of me, the miso soup is still there, unchanged. That contrast feels almost unreal. Somewhere in the world, there are places where breakfast itself is a luxury, places where a quiet morning is unimaginable, where there isn't even time to sit and watch steam rise from a bowl. And still, mornings in Japan are astonishingly, surprisingly uneventful, calm, quiet, ordinary. Trains arrive exactly on time. People line up without a word. No one fight, but everyone carefully avoided bumping into one another. In a way, Japan might be a country that has mastered the art of avoiding conflict. People swallow what they want to say, read the air, and leave without creating friction. The peace, the result from this feels at times like it's built on countless small acts of restraint. But when you look at the word, that restraint, self-control, moderation that begins to feel like something rare, something advanced, even precious. If the news we see is the result of everyone saying exactly what they want, if it is a result of lightness, corridors are hitting with lightness until no one can step back, then perhaps this slightly roundabout, slightly suffocate Japanese, well, it's fine, I guess. It's not just avoidance, but a kind of wisdom. Of course, it's far from ideal. There are things you can't say. There are days you feel unnecessarily exhausted. Rush hour trains are still a special kind of hell. Summer, humidities, melts your personalities, and in winter you find yourself siblings, tremblings, shaking inside your own home. And yet, societies where someone holds back a little, someone ears a little, someone's lead the air. A society that avoided major collision through its countless small adjustment somehow keeps returning quietly, almost like a miracle. While eating breakfast, this thought crosses my mind. What if the world becomes just a little more like Mrs. Soap's? Not overly assertive, yet undeniable one. Not freshly, but gently full feelings. Not meant to defeat anyone, but create a balance where people can simply live together. If even a small piece of that existed, maybe the mornings on the other side of the news would become just a little quieter. I was born in a country that isn't perfect, into a culture that isn't perfect, as a person who certainly isn't perfect. And yet, there's something in these places, a quiet effort to round off those imperfections to make them livable, comfortable to make them work. Looking at the rise beyond the rising steam, I find myself thinking this ordinary life isn't ordinary at all. This quietness exists because of someone's effort. So today, again, I straighten my back just a little and take a sip of Mississippi. The world is still noisy, but at least for now, I can begin my day from here in calm. Summer is unbearably hot. Winter is unapologetically cold. And still, there are mornings where what I hear is not the sound of conflict, but the soft whisper of steam. And somehow, that alone feels like more than enough. In the end, I think I really do like it there.